The rebuild continues. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland, and it's the FIFA 23 Rebuild to Glory series. First up is Hibernian. It is a 10-part series. This is episode 2. In the first episode, we made a first signing. We got Liam Gordon in from St Johnstone, and we made our way to January. We're going to find out in this episode just where we're going to finish in our first season in the league, but hopefully, more importantly, we're going to sign a couple of more players that we can bring into the team and improve this Hibernian squad. Now, right now, we are 5th in the league. We've got a massive game to kick off January against Celtic. We'll have a look at that. We'll see where we come in that, and then we will knuckle down. We will get our transfer book out, and we will try and pencil in some signings that we can bring to the club before the end of January and before the transfer window deadline door firmly closes in our face. So here is the team then that is taking on Celtic in the opening game of this episode. And by the way, we have no Hop. Hop has left Hibernian and he's way back to his parent club. The loan deal has finished, so that might be another position that we try and bring in this transfer window. I was happy with Hop and Nisbet up front, but now we might have to make adjustments up there. Of course, we have Johan, who can play as a forward, but even outside of that, Johan's only on a loan deal as well, so we might even need to bring in a second striker in this January transfer window. But I mean, if we can get a big result here, I'd probably take a draw here. A win would be great, but a draw would be decent as well. You look at Celtic, they've got Jota, Kyogo, Abada, very good front three there, and it's going to be hard for us to keep them at bay for the entire game, and we haven't done it. There you go, O'Reilly with the goal, 25 minutes in. Not a great start. And yeah, this looks like it could be yet another defeat. Celtic at the moment kind of struggling in the league. They're only sitting in 3rd place. But I've got a feeling that, you know, they could be about to move higher if they beat... Oh my god, it's 2-0. It's Kyogo Furuhashi. And it's 2 goals in 6 minutes. I wouldn't say it completely takes us out of the game, but it doesn't exactly look good for us now, does it? No, definitely not. Can we maybe get a goal back before half time? That's got to be the aim here. Come on, who is that? McCurdy. And what do you expect McCurdy to do? He's absolute garbage. We need to attack that ball. We haven't. And now it's Celtic again. Coming at the end of the first half, trying to make it 3-0. We do intercept it now. Can we launch something here? Chance now. Ball in. Oh, goal! It's Kevin Nisbet. Kevin Nisbet. He could be crucial this season. It was actually touch and go whether he would play today. Yeah, does have fitness issues, but when you're as good as Kevin Nisbet, I think he has to play. So I think we made the right decision in giving him a start. And he gets us right back into this game. So yeah, 2-1, we're back in it. Let's see what Hibs can muster up then in this second half. Celtic have obviously had more possession, but possession doesn't always win you games. It's enough to give them the lead in this game, but there's no guarantee they are going to win it. Like I said, that goal that we got on the brink at half-time could be very important. Ball now into Nisbet again. This could be a chance for Hibs, and it's saved by the Celtic goalkeeper, man. So close. They're ball in for the corner. Hibs here trying to make something happen. Ball it to Newell. Can Newell get it in here? It's Campbell and back to Newell, and we're trying here. We're on the edge of the box, looking for opportunities. Lots of quick passes, and the goalkeeper will get rid of that. Hibs though keeping the pressure going here. Campbell. Oh, it's away. Cabraja. Can somebody turn around and get a shot away? Kevin Nisbet. Oh, he narrowly puts one wide. What a chance that was there for Kevin Nisbet. Could have, and maybe even should have, got us back on level terms. We're going to go ultra attacking here as we try, and maybe we'll make some substitutions as well. Let's do this. What we gonna do? I think we'll maybe go 3 at the back. We'll go 3 at the back, and we'll stick an extra man up front as we push to try and obviously get something out of this game. We'll maybe play Johan as well over Cap. We'll take Nisbet off and we'll put Boyle up there. So there you go. Hopefully this can do something. 8 minutes remain. Celtic, oh, that goal there, that would have surely finished the game. Still in it though. Celtic, though, dangerous stuff, and they're not in it anymore. It's Lilabada. Maybe those changes didn't really work. I don't know. We had to go for it, though. I wanted to go for it. I wanted to stick men up front. We tried it. Hasn't really worked there. But, you know, it is what it is. We were in the game till late on. It's more than what most teams can say against Celtic. You know, it was a competitive game, guys, but we have lost by 3-1 at Celtic Park. So there you go. It's another defeat, which is far from ideal. Hearts win again. Hearts have just beat Rangers. So Hearts are looking like a team that can seriously win the title this season. And that is going to be absolutely crazy. So our next game is Scottish Cup against Motherwell. But if you look at the league table, Hearts now in first place, continuing to lead the way, have a 4-point gap over Celtic. It's getting close at the top, and I think we've really got to consider Hearts now serious contenders for the title. As for us, we're too far behind the top three, but if we can finish fourth, I would consider that a big success for this year. So that's what we're going to try and do. It's crucial that we get into top six and get European football. I mean, it's close between quite a lot of teams. You look at Dundee United, Aberdeen, Hibs, Motherwell, Kilmarnock. Only 5 points separates those 5 teams. At the bottom, it's more cut adrift. You've got St Mirren, County, Livingston, St Johnstone. But yeah, 5 teams here really competing for those 3 top 6 spots. And even when you get into top 6, only 2 of those spots come with European football. So yeah, it's going to be a big end to the season here. But let's see if we can bring any players in to help us. And the second signing of this return to glory, the rebuild to glory series for Hibernian is official. And we have signed Derby County's Jason Knight for just over £2 million. Jason Knight, I believe he's 21 years old, 70 rated, lots of potential in this kid, and hopefully he is just one of a few faces coming in to Hibernian on transfer deadline day. There he is, Knight. I expect him to go straight into the starting 11. We needed somebody in that cam role. Hibernian have got a lot of midfielders, but they're all more central minded or defensive minded midfielders. I feel like we needed an attacking midfielder, a creative midfielder in there, and now we have it. So Jason Knight is officially a Hibernian player. Let's see what rating we got. It's a C. Okay, a C. Good price. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Player overall, 70. He will get better though. I mean, he should go into the first team. So yeah, happy with that. And yeah, apparently it's not the greatest signing we could have made, but I'm content with it. So Jason Knight is into the club, and leaving the club, I believe, is Stevenson. Now, I don't want to sell him, but Stevenson has left, so he's gone. Lewis Stevenson is away. He left on a free transfer. We will help keep him till the end of the season, of course, but he wanted to go to Basel. He's accepted that, so at the end of the season, Lewis Stevenson will no longer be a Hibs player. But honestly, at 35 years of age, and the fact that his overall is 60, I don't think we had much use for him anyway, so I think that works out best for everybody. And we have another signing. This time it's a loan signing, and we have got Alex Mighton from Nottingham Forest. He joins from the Premiership club on loan till the end of the season. He's on the left mid. Not too sure what his rating is yet. We will find that out in a moment. But I think he will definitely add something to our attack. And who knows, maybe even could be a starter for us. I'm not going to say it was a panic buy, but I did want to get at least another player in before the transfer window ended. 2 hours remaining though. Mighton comes in. Mighton is now a Hibs player, and Mighton is showing off. He's got the moves, he's got the stuff, and he is our new signing. So 6 months, I believe we're paying 100% of the wage, which I'm not too sure if that's good. Oh, 68. Happy days. That is a good signing. And I believe he will go straight in over McGeady, who's now down to 64, unfortunately. Now, we're covering the full wage, but considering we're not paying any money for him, I still believe that's a pretty good deal over the 6 months. So I'm happy with that, guys. And it's another player that has been loaned in. Okay, so that is the transfer window over then. A lot of you guys wanted me to sign Scott Wright, and I did actually try and bring him to the club. However, Rangers were not willing to negotiate. They didn't want to sell him to a rival. And once they decide that, there's nothing that you can really do. So we just had to accept that we can't get Scott Wright. There was also another player that I tried to sign from Real Madrid, 18-year-old Alfaro, who looks to be the next big thing. Looks like he's a promising striker, but apparently the money we offered wasn't good enough. So I guess maybe come summertime, we will go again, we will try again, we will put in an improved offer. But for now, let's just look at the signings that we did manage to make, which of course is Alex Mighten on loan from Nottingham Forest, and we brought in Jason Knight on a permanent deal as well. So let's get both of these guys then into the... I think they can both go straight into the starting 11. I think they should, yeah. Take McCurdy. That McCurdy guy shouldn't be anywhere. Get Mighten in there, and we'll play Knight over Campbell. And straight away now, I think the team's beginning to look obviously a hell of a lot better. I mean, the attack's looking pretty good, in my opinion. Jason Knight, hopefully going to be supplying these 3 guys in front of him with a lot of great balls. Then you've got pace up front with Boyle and Mighten. And we also have options now to bring on from the bench. So yeah, hopefully we can push on and get into those European places in the second half of this season. Okay, we're approaching the split. We're getting ready for our 3rd Edinburgh Derby of the season. Hopefully it will not be our final derby of the season, because we want to make sure that we are in the top 6 and getting that 4th game against Hearts, who are, by the way, still leading the league. The gap is down to 2 points, but look how close it is at the top. 68, 66, 63. 5 points separates the top 5 teams competing for the title. We're 3 points behind Dundee United in 5th and 6 points behind Aberdeen in 4th, with only a 2-point lead over Motherwell and a 3-point lead over Kelly. So, I mean, it's very close. I'm hoping, though, we'll have enough left in the tank to get us over the line. 2 games to go until the split. Kilmarnock are taking on, or should I say Motherwell, I think they're our main threat. They're taking on St Johnstone, which is a winnable game. We're away from home. And then we've got St Johnstone at home, while Motherwell taking on Livy. So Motherwell definitely have the easier of the run-in with the last 2 games. We're under pressure. You know, we very well might need to win this game here against Hearts if we want to do this. So I think we're going to stick with this team right here. It's been working pretty well for us. I see no reason to change it. I mean, a lot of these players now are approaching 70. David Marshall is on the decline. We probably will look for a new goalkeeper when we get into the summer as well. But I think going forward, yeah, that hopefully this team can take it to Hearts. We're about to find out. Let's do it. Edinburgh Derby. Big result needed here. The last thing we can afford to do here is lose, because then top 6 is out of our own hands, and it gives Motherwell, who are chasing us, the advantage. So it's massive here that we win. It's Kevin Nisbet. His shot there, blocked there by Bakary. And Hearts there, I think they've made a couple of signings. They brought in some guy called Traore. They've also got Dickman in there. So, I mean, Hearts have changed their team up a little bit, and it's a new look Hearts side. But here we go, Hibernian, we're new look as well, and we're on the attack here. Mighten ball down out to Boyle. That's a chance there. Jason Knight could have shot, and we've tried to be too precise there with our passing, and we end up giving away possession. What was that all about? Come on, Cabraja, win that. Oh no, Hearts running into the box. Right, we do get ready. Nisbet's going out wide here to try and maintain the ball, try and set something up for us. It's Shankland, and it's Cammy Devlin with the goal. It's 1-0 Hearts in the Edinburgh Derby, and yeah, we're in real danger here. Real danger. Unless we win this game, it gives Motherwell the ball's in Motherwell's court essentially. Now I think on goal difference we might be okay if we draw, but a loss here, can't even think about losing. We need to get back level. It's Nisbet. Right, Jason Knight looking for his first Hibs goal. He plays it in Nisbet, and it's a save by Craig Gordon. Craig Gordon there denying Hibernian an equaliser here at Tynecastle. Hearts now playing it from the back. It's Bakary. I don't know, this Bakary guy must be good to keep Giannelli at the team. That's all I'm going to say. Shankland out wide. Cochrane. The Hearts lose it. Nisbet picks it up, but can't really do anything, and that is it, guys. It's half time. Hearts have had the one shot, but it's been enough so far to get them in front of the game. So we're going to go attacking as we try and make something happen. And Shankland there trying to play through Bakary, and the last thing we can afford is to go 2-0 down. I mean, you look at the ratings of our players, no one's particularly having a good game, but the ball to Jason Knight there. What a chance that was. Now we have Mighten, Cabraja, opportunity here for Hibs to get one in. It's Knight. Knight just refuses to shoot. Honestly, it's almost like he's scared to take a shot, and then eventually it goes out offside. Pretty poor there, right? I think it's time to change up a little bit. I think it's time to, let's go attacking. Let's get Mighten on a bit more closer to Nisbet. And same with Boyle, get them in more advanced areas. Let's see here. Let's play. Let's get Jago CDM. We're gonna get Knight and a cam roll, but we're also gonna put up. I think we'll put up Johan with him. So yeah, that's the change we're gonna make. We're gonna bring on Johan straight away, and I think we'll continue with everything else right now. Maybe bring on Campbell. No, but for now, I think we'll do it. Actually, for now, that'll do us. We'll go with that. We'll make the one change, and hopefully that changes enough to get us back into this match. But oh no, Hearts are coming through, and that could have been it. That could have finished the game. Surely, if that goes in, 2-0, I don't think there's any way back for Hearts there, or for Hibs even. I think Hearts ain't going to be caught. We're defending okay. We have to defend better though. Can't allow Hearts to get through. Oh, it's a poor ball. That pass, if that pass is completed, it's the last light. This could do it. Oh my God, Jason Knight. Maybe that's why he doesn't shoot. I cannot believe we're not level in this game. Just have not been able to put the ball away. And Jason Knight there, that's the best chances of the lot, and he's not taking it. But you can tell Hibs now have got the numbers. Knight again, he'll edge the box, caught offside with 8 minutes to go. What are you doing, Jason Knight? We're going to bring on Kugarapšić. I'll take off Nisbet. We'll also bring on McGeady, and we'll bring on Campbell because we're looking for goals. We'll bring on Stevenson as well. It could be his last appearance. Why not? Why not? Get Lewis Stevenson in there. Shit. Hearts are through. It's 2-0. It's Andy Halliday of all people. How's he done that? Andy Halliday then gets the goal that will keep Hearts top of the table. But more importantly, it's a goal that might, and I say might, send Hibernian out of the top 6. So we have to wait and see how things end up here. But that is probably going to do it. Maybe a consolation for us, but no, they didn't give us time for consolation. Referee says screw that. So Motherwell won. So holy crap, that means, wow, that means we might not get top 6. We might not get top 6. Unbelievable, unfucking believable. And there you go, guys. We'll have a look at the league table. But what that means is we will drop now into 7th. Motherwell will move up into 6th place, and now we have to beat St Johnstone to have any chance of going through. Our goal difference is -6 as well. Jesus, I didn't realise it was that bad. So Motherwell's at home against Livy, who are really struggling. They're 11th in the table. So I think we're beat. I don't think we're getting top 6, which would borderline be a disaster. But we're going to have to do our best. We have to win and just pray that Motherwell don't. Alright, so this is it. Making a couple of changes. Doyle Hayes coming in, Johan coming in. And we need to win this. So hopefully, let's get the victory. Holy fuck, we haven't done it. That is embarrassing, man. We've missed out on the top 6. 2 goals for Nisbet wasn't enough to get us the win. Bear in the 89th minute equalised for St Johnstone. Wow. That's a tough one to take, guys. A very, very tough one to take. And that means it's going to finish here in the first season with us outside of the top 6. Yeah, us outside of the top 6. And all we can do now is make sure we finish 7th, which of course isn't good enough. It's not what we want, but it's the best we can do now. So let's just make sure we don't finish any lower than 7th. That really would be embarrassing. This is supposed to be a 5-year save. I mean, at this rate, the board might not even give us 1 year to rebuild them because we've missed out in the top 6, and that was crucial. This is it then, final game of the season. We're going to play it. We're going to do this in every final game of the season, whether it be league or cup. So since we got into the split, we've turned form around. We've picked up 10 points out of a possible 12, but we are playing the bottom team, so how much credit, how much glory, how much can we really brag about that? Honestly, not a lot. We should have done our bragging, we should have done our winning when we could have made it into top 6. But this is how we're going to line up then for the final game of the season. It's going to be Marshall in nets, Kabrajic, Gordon, Bashuri and Caden, the back 4. In front of them it's going to be Jago, Knight and Newell. And in front of them we're going to have Mighton, Nisbet and Boyle. A lot of players I think will be ending their Hibernian careers after this game as well. Lots of loans going out the window. I don't think we'll be renewing them. So, yeah, this could be the last game for a lot of these players to feature. Oh, Mighton with interception. Let's see what he's made of. What can he do? He is on loan for Forest. We'd love to get him on a permanent deal. It's back into Mighton. He's got the skills. He's got the trickery. He lays it off to Newell. Newell will look for Martin Boyle. And Boyle. Oh, he could have went down for the penalty. Martin Boyle, what are you doing? Why didn't you cheat? Why are you not a cheater, Martin Boyle? It's Nisbet, edge of the box, trying to get the strike, but the touch is terrible. Oh, no. We've conceded there. We've been caught at the back. Not good. Trailing 1-0 to Kelly on the final day. It's Mighton again. Mighton. Plays it to Jason Knight. Oh, close to getting his first Hibernian goal, but unfortunately not close enough. Corner comes in for Newell. It's headed to go on. It's another save. This time Kevin Nisbet forces the Kelly goalkeeper into a save. Boyle coming over to take yet another corner. Can we get a good delivery again? Maybe it's not bad. It's going to fall for Mighton. He heads it down to Jason Knight. Ball gets away from Knight. But Knight beats his defender. Gets a cross in and wins another corner here. We're applying lots of pressure at the moment. Here we go. Joe Newell again. We had delivery. It's in towards. I don't know who that was towards, but could have potentially have scored there. Looked pretty decent. Newell. Newell. Bob! Nisbet, what are you doing?
Oh, great piece of individual skill.
Oh, and that's it. It's 2-0 to Kilmarnock. That'll probably finish it. Christian Doig, it's the Hibs player on loan to Kelly, puts the final nail in the coffin. Honestly, man, you couldn't write that. Unbelievable. Mighton again, come on. Nisbet's getting in there. Boyle at the back post. Cleared away. Knight has to win the header. He does. Kevin Nisbet's there again and just runs right into the goalkeeper. And there you go. We've been put out our misery. Finally, this season comes to an end. It's finished on the final day. Kilmarnock 2, Hibernian 0. And we will finish 7th. We will finish best of the rest in the top 7, but or the bottom 6 even in 7th. But it's not what we wanted, finishing like that. Rangers have beat Hearts on the final day of the season. It will be interesting to see whether or not that is enough to deny Hearts the league title. Alright, so we finished the season in 7th place. 54 points is our tally. Not a good season, in my opinion. I don't think it's a good season in anybody's opinion. However, I don't think it's bad enough that we're going to get sacked. So hopefully we'll have the opportunity to continue to rebuild Hibs into Season 2. Now, at the top of the table, Celtic won again. So, I mean, basically their form from the split won them the league. You could say Hearts' form from the split lost them the league, though. Hearts not picking up a single victory once the top 6 split came into play. Rangers were kind of just like mediocre, 1 win, 1 loss, and 3 draws. So, yeah, is it a combination of Celtic being lucky and the other two bottling it? I would say so, because Celtic went into the split in 3rd place and came out of the split in 1st place. So, you know what? That's good for them, but we're not even in the top 6, so it doesn't really matter for us. Let's have a quick look at the Scottish Cup. I believe Hearts won the Scottish... Holy shit, Hearts could have done the double. Hearts could have, seriously, if their form didn't go to crap, they could have won the double, which would have been amazing. And it would have made us look even worse. The fact that our rivals from the city are, like winning a double, winning both the league and the cup, that would have been an absolute disaster. But, yeah, as for us, in the first round, we did beat Motherwell away from home 2-1. Decent result. But we followed it up, unfortunately, with a 1-0 defeat to Livingston, which ain't good. And then you can see Celtic in the quarter-final replay lost to Dundee United. So it was a semis with no Old Firm, which is very strange. So maybe Hearts kind of lucked it a little bit by not having to beat Celtic or Rangers. But yeah, it's not often you see that. I guess when Rangers and Celtic get each other in round 1, you're losing one of the Old Firm, and then Celtic obviously were caused an upset by Dundee United, so the other member of the Old Firm went out. But now it's time for one of my favourite things to do, and that is to look through the squad, see who performed, see who didn't perform, see who banged in the goals, see who was a goalless bastard up front, and yeah, basically to decide who will be playing a big part for us next year and who will not. So we'll start off with the goalkeepers. Murray Johnson, you know what, I didn't give him a game, but he is only 18, 55 overall. Then you look at Davy Marshall, who played every game for us. He got 2 assists, which is, good, I guess. But he only kept 4 clean sheets over the season, which is not good enough. And you look at his average rating of 6.43. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of next season, either we bring in a new goalkeeper or Murray Johnson becomes the number 1. I'm open to both options. I don't think it'll be Marshall, though, because he's dropped quite a few ratings since this started, and he's only going to drop more next year now that he's another year older. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad season for Marshall, but I wouldn't say that's great. 6.4 rating. You know what I mean? 4 clean sheets. It's not good enough. Left backs got Cabraja, who played most games, although he didn't really perform. A 6.12 rating. Stevenson was slightly better, but he's away. He's agreed to leave on a free, so we'll need to get a new left back going in to the upcoming season. And I don't know, we might even sell Cabraja, especially if there's decent money to get for him. It could be an option where we sell Cabraja and then bring in a really good left back to replace him. Centre backs, we've got Rocky Bashuri, who played a 6.04. Liam Gordon, who was our big signing in the first window, didn't really do much, but I mean, he was okay, but I mean, it's not great at 6.15. Paul Hanlon, not much better, 6.16. But you can see Bashuri, Gordon, and Hanlon roughly playing about the same amount of games. Then you had Fish, a 6.13. And Mikey Devlin, who had the least games of all the centre backs, but actually had the highest rating. Probably if he played more games, his rating wouldn't have been that good. But yeah, a little bit of a concern there. I'm not too sure whether we'll be looking to bring in a centre back for next season. I think Gordon and Bashuri will continue to be the centre back partnership. I mean, Hanlon is 33 now. He is getting older, but I think we need our centre backs to improve next year if we're going to go places. Cadden will be the number 1 right back again, although I thought he had a pretty disappointing season as well. You've got Lewis Miller, who's 63 and 22, so he's a good backup option, but I think that's all that he is. Moving into the midfield, we have Noah Kenny, who will be back. He spent the season on loan at Ross County. Stats don't look that great, but it'll be interesting to see what he can do back at Hibs. And, you know, he is only 20, 66 overall, so I think there's definitely room for Kenny in our team. You've got Diego, had a, bang average season, let's be honest. Bang average there. 1 assist, a 6.09 average rating. I mean, it's not great. It's nothing worth writing home about. Aidan McGeady, stats-wise, I mean, average rating-wise, not bad, 6.54, 1 goal, 2 assists, 13 appearances in total. He's now down to 60 overall. I can't imagine he'll be making much more appearances next year. Cher Taviers, a player that I just don't really think has much of a future here. Will he stay, will he go? I don't know, but I don't think he'll be starting. Let's put it that way. Joel Newell, 6.4 rating, 5 goals, 5 assists. Not bad. I'll give Newell a pass mark. I thought Newell was not bad. Doyle Hayes only made the 15 appearances. Average. Although I think there is potential there, so we obviously won't bring him down too much. Got Jason Knight came in. He got 5 assists, which isn't the worst in the world, but he didn't even have a single goal. So, I mean, he had 5 goal contributions with the assists, but you'd expect him to score a goal or 2. His ratings went up by 1, which is decent, and he played a 6.32. I think you've got to consider when we do finish in the bottom 6, though, most of these average player ratings are probably going to be down because the team did underperform. So, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. You got Josh Campbell, had an okay season as well. Ewan Henderson, didn't really do much. Got 2 goals, 2 assists, so but didn't really feature in that many games. Martin Boyle, really, really poor start there for Martin Boyle. I mean, look at that. I mean, 21 appearances and only 1 goal. No assists. I mean, what the hell is that from Martin Boyle? It's garbage, that's what it is. Runner hog, didn't even play a game. McCurdy, actually, had really good stats, which is weird. I know we don't rate him. Nobody rates him, but I mean, 30 appearances and he got 9 goals and 2 assists. So who knows, maybe McCurdy next season will feature more. Although, let's be honest, he played 30 games. That is quite a lot. That's a hell of a lot. Alex Mighton, we brought in from Nottingham Forest. I'd love to get him back next year. Hopefully we can sign him on a permanent deal. We'll just have to wait and see. Kevin Nisbet was our saviour. Well, I say our saviour. He didn't really save us because we finished in 7th. But he was the best at our attacking options, by a clear mile. 7.2 average rating. I believe he was the only player to get into the 7s as well. So 21 goals and 39 appearances. That's great. And he also got 7 assists. So hopefully he can keep that up for next season. We've got Mikola Kutferec, who got 1 goal and 5 appearances. I believe he will be back at his parent club come the end of the season. And Eli Johan, it was okay, but again, another player I wouldn't mind keeping, but he's going to be away. And then you got Christian Doidge, who scored against us last day of the season. Stats weren't bad, to be honest. I don't know if we really want to make him a big part of our team. He did have a 6.9 rating, though. Who knows? Maybe there is room for Christian Doidge, though, at Easter Road. And last but not least, guys, it was Elias Hoff Melkerson, who, again, didn't play any games, and he's currently out on loan. So what's the point of us loaning him out if he's not going to get any game time? Honestly, you tell me. Hopefully he can come back and he can feature next season. We will need to bring in options, though. I mean, probably up front, you're losing both Kukarevich and Johan, so I think we'll need to bring in a striker I think we definitely need to bring in somebody on the left, although McCurdy maybe proven he can do that job. But even if he can, I still want to bring in another left winger. So I think the priority for the upcoming season will be somebody on the left side and another striker to back up Nisbet. I think that's what we need going forward. I believe we also need a left back and possibly even a goalkeeper. That is what we're going to look at, guys, as we head into Season 2. That will be Episode 3, though. If you have any suggestions, of course, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try my best to sign them. And yeah, that is it. Scott Wright, who knows, will he be a Hibs player next season? Maybe we'll keep trying. Maybe we'll just keep bombarding Rangers till they get bored of us and finally decide to sell him. He's shit anyway, so I don't know why Rangers wouldn't sell him, to be honest. But that's it, guys, for the return to glory for Hibernian. I wouldn't really call it glory. 7th place. We've hardly brought Hibs back to the glory days, but we've set some foundations. We've built the building blocks, so to speak. Hopefully we can take a bigger leap as we head in to Season 2. But that's it, guys. I will catch you next time. Been Scotland 90. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And of course, until then, peace.